In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 simple hacks for fast weight loss. Hello, my healthy honeys. My name is Emmie. I'm a nutritionist, a weight loss specialist, and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a mindset coach and a nutrition coach to lose weight on a plant-based diet. If you haven't already watched my butter video, then I'm going to link it right here and make sure that you watch that to learn how I feel about fast weight loss. When it comes to losing weight, doing it the Amazon Prime way, which is delivery by 11 a.m. tomorrow, is not the safest or smartest way to do this. As fast as you get something is as fast as you lose it. And when it comes to slow, sustainable weight loss, the slower you go, the faster you get there. If you want to release weight for good, you don't want to do it by overnight delivery by 11 a.m. That's not the smartest way to do this. You could lose weight by cutting off your arms and you would have lost 20 pounds right there. That's not the way to do this. We want you to sustainably lose weight so that you can release it for the long term. Regardless, I'm going to be telling you 5 things that you absolutely have to do if you want to maximize your sustainable weight loss. Number 1, make half of your plate veggies. Vegetables are calorie dilute but high in volume, meaning that if half of your plate is vegetables, that's going to be a large serving of food for not too many calories. Here's some examples of client plates of mine from the Slim on Starch program. So these are what my clients are eating and losing weight. And you may notice that the other thing that they're having is starch. Yes, starch, carbs. The Slim on Starch program means that you can eat starch and carbohydrates, but you gotta get those veggies in. Half of your plate being vegetables. Now, the reason why I want this to be vegetables and not cotton balls is because you need to fill up your stomach, yes, to satisfy your body's stretch receptors, your stomach's stretch receptors, but also you have to make sure that you're hitting your micronutrient needs so that your body's actually satisfied, which is why eating something like vegetables feels different than eating something like cotton balls, which please don't do that. Because if you eat a bunch of cotton balls, your body knows that this ain't food. This is cotton balls. You can't trick us with that. Versus if you eat vegetables, the body says, oh my God, thank you. This is what I needed. There are micronutrients, macronutrients, which are in every food, but not in cotton balls, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, things that the body needs. And so it's going to shut off the hunger signals. Not to mention veggies, particularly dark green vegetables, contain thylakoids, which shut off the hunger signal, so you're not going to be getting cravings all day long. Additionally, the fiber in the water that's in the vegetables is going to help with satiety as well as relieving constipation. And who doesn't like to have those regular bowel movements? I do. Hack number 2, which is absolutely critical, is to cut out oil. Oil is not a health food, despite the claims from tremendous marketing from your favorite coconut oil brand or your extra virgin olive oil that was cast off the coast of Amalfi in Capri. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oil just isn't healthy. Oil is not a health food. It is a food product that is the most calorically dense food product on the planet. It's 4,000 calories per pound in comparison to something like lettuce, which is about 70 calories per pound. So look at this graphic that I have on the screen here, the difference between what calories from oil look like versus what 400 calories of vegetables look like. So 400 calories of oil versus 400 calories of vegetables is going to look like this. Which of these is going to fill you up more? People say that you need oils because you need fats. Yes, you do need fats. No, you don't need oil. Instead of eating olive oil, eat the olive. Instead of eating avocado oil, eat the avocado. Instead of eating canola oil, eat the canola. What the heck is a canola? A grain? Who knows? Oil is going to not give you any satiety, despite what people say. Oil is just going to add calories into your day with no satiety. It's going to bypass the body's satiety mechanisms and just rack up the calories. Oil is just adding calories to your diet. It's not giving you any benefit that you can't get from whole natural food. Whatever you can get from the olive oil, you can get from the olive, and arguably you're going to get much better off from the olive because nature designed it in a perfect symphony with all the other components within the olive. So you get all of the antioxidants and the fiber and the minerals and the nutrients that nature designed to go along with the oil so that your body can best utilize it. We can all agree that white sugar is not healthy because you take a sugar cane and you isolate the sugar. Then why do we think that olive oil is healthy when we take an olive and we isolate the oil? Brief intermission, please make sure that you like and subscribe because I put up new videos all the time. I'm Healthy Emmie and I'm your new best friend. Hack number 3 is to cut out animal products. Now, there is an idea that simply abiding by your body's needed calorie intake for weight loss is going to cause weight loss. While it is true that calories are the end game here, and we do have to make sure that you're in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight, it doesn't mean that all calories are created equal. There was a study in which 2 groups of people were on a calorie-restricted diet for weight loss. By the way, in the Slim on Starch program, I don't make you count calories, but just hear me out with this one. With the group that was eating an exclusively plant-based diet versus the group that was having animal products, on the same amount of calories, they found that the people eating ended up losing more weight. Where did I hear this? I'll link it in the description bar if you want to go investigate and you don't believe me because I'm a big fat liar about this stuff. That's what I do. I just sit in front of a camera and I lie about studies. This is the truth. At least it's a secondary source because I heard it from Dr. Michael Greger in a fantastic speech that I'll link below. And so you can watch that. That's where I heard it. But cut out the animal products because the animal products do not contain fiber. There's a type of, I believe it is called, this is testing my knowledge here, AMPK, I believe it is. And I believe it's found in the mitochondria of the cells of plants that will increase the metabolism of the plant eater. So by eating whole plant foods, your metabolism is going to react differently than somebody who's eating animal products. Not to mention we have better bowel movements. Hack number 4 is to eat labelless. So Dr. Joel Fuhrman, I believe it is, if I'm misquoting, I'm sorry, whoever the original quoter is, the quotist. Where was I even going with this? Real food doesn't have ingredients. Real food is ingredients. There shouldn't be labels on what we're eating. We shouldn't have to read ingredients lists. The food that I eat is from the produce section. I'll tell you a little anecdote here. When I was moving to Australia, my brother said to me, "Em, what are you going to do if there's no Whole Foods there?" I go, "I'm going to be just fine." Because last time I checked, they have potatoes in Australia. They have apples. They have red grapes. They have Brussels sprouts. They have lettuce. They have everything I eat. I eat real food. I don't need to go to any particular grocery store. And people, I'll be on the phone with people who are joining the Slim on Starch program. And they're like, "Well, Emmie, I don't have a Trader Joe's." And I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm just going to shoot you straight. I don't like Trader Joe's that much. They use way too much plastic. I don't like that everything is all in plastic. And I don't like that I can't pick the zucchini I want because it's already packaged up. When I was in college eating this way, I grocery shopped at Walmart. When I was living in the north end of Boston, I went to Haymarket and went to a farmer's market where they're selling produce for dirt cheap. And I just bought a bunch of produce for the week. I pretty much just eat produce. So you don't need any crazy grocery stores. Eat food that doesn't have labels. You can live off of what is found in the produce section alone. Absolutely. Oh, and the reason why I want you to do this, why it's going to help you lose weight, is because processed food is more calorically dense. Non-processed foods, whole foods, are calorically dilute. And we want your diet to be high in volume so that you feel full, but low in calories so that you're put into a calorie deficit naturally. Not to mention, whole foods contain the micronutrients that are going to allow your body to be satisfied because you're giving your body what it truly needs and not this processed junk that is stripped of all of the nutrition that nature packed into food for us. Hack number 5, I know is going to be the hardest for you. And it's eat when you're hungry, stop when you've had enough. Notice that I didn't use the word full. This is something that I talk about in the Slim on Starch program, particularly in the module that I have dedicated to hunger fullness cues. We do a lot of work about hunger fullness cues in the program because that saying, eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. Oh my Atlanta, if I could rewrite everybody that heard that, my heart aches for anybody that has tried to live by that mantra and hasn't been able to, because fullness, this perfect level of fullness that everyone's searching for, it's not hungry or full, on, off, like a light switch. It's really a spectrum. And that spectrum is something that we talk about in the Slim on Starch program. But why this is a weight loss hack is because if you don't eat when you're hungry, you won't stop when you're full. That is one of my favorite Emmieisms from the Slim on Starch program. If you don't eat when you're hungry, you won't stop when you're full. You have to, and I know I just said that fullness doesn't exist, but what I just said usually clicks with people, that they have to eat when they're hungry, or they'll eat past the point of fullness. They'll eat to Thanksgiving level full if they don't eat when they're hungry, because the body then just retaliates and says, listen, we need food. We've been deprived of food all day long because you haven't fed us because it wasn't time to eat. You need to eat now. And so you end up overeating massively. So to prevent this binge restrict light cycle, you have to eat when you're hungry. If you want to release weight, you have to eat when you're hungry. Talking about this really reminds me of a client of mine that I worked with that struggled with her hunger fullness cues and did tremendously well through our work together. So if you feel that you are one of these people where the hunger fullness thing just is really difficult for you, please watch the video that I'm putting up on the screen now, and you are going to see that there is another side of this, and you are able to work through this so that you can release weight. And if you want to work with me, just click the link in the down bar, baby. Can't wait to meet you. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video.